Major League Soccer and the Union is back for a new season. We're going to tell you all the best beers to drink while you're watching soccer.
There are breweries in every 50 states again, and we're going to try a beer from every state this season.
It's an ambitious goal, but we're the guys to do it. He's Lew Bryson, I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Bill's Best in Glenside. It's an all-new season of What's Brewing! Hey, welcome to What's Brewing, all new season, our ninth. We are delighted to be here. He's Lew Bryson, I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Bill's Best in Glenside, terrific little spot where they make their own barbecue sauce. We'll get into that a little bit later, but we wanted to start with this today. Listen, I'm not the biggest soccer fan in the world, Lew, you?
No.
Not so much,
No.
but we respect it and we like the culture of soccer, and part of that, of course, is drinking beer. And here at Bill's Best, they made a beer that's really appropriate for the occasion. What do we got here?
This is Lord of Leeds. It's an English blonde, an English summer. You can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's just classic English beer.
It really
over
is.
there.
And so this they do with the hand pump. So for those who don't quite understand, explain what the hand pump is.
The hand pump, you essentially take a beer that's almost ready to go, and you put it and just put it in a keg, put a hose to it, and then literally pull by like an old well pump.
Yeah.
And you pull it out like that. It's not pushed
and
on
it adds
carbonation.
to the taste by.
Low carbonation, doesn't get in the way of the flavor. It's cellar temperature, so your taste buds aren't getting stunned by cold.
Okay, so real quick, let's do our beer swap,
Yeah.
which are in the vein of what we consider soccer beers, good English ales. And what I brought you is one of the classics, Newcastle Brown Ale. You know I'm a fan of the brown ale. Newcastle Brown Ale. I read a great story about Newcastle. Let me read this to you. It was developed by Lieutenant Colonel James Herbert Porter in 1927. He refined the recipe over 3 years. When he finally completed it, he thought it was a failure because he was trying to replicate Bass Ale and did not.
Definitely missed, but
But it's great.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was always my father-in-law's favorite beer.
Is that right?
Yeah, he
in the
loved it.
UK, this is perceived as a working man's beer, long association with heavy industry and soccer. What do you got for me?
I have a Smithwick's Red Ale. It's an Irish beer, goes way back. I want to say to the 1700s.
Wow.
Yeah, got bought by Guinness in 1965, and well,
Let's try
let's
some.
pour it out.
By the way, one other one that's a lot of fun is Old Speckled Hen.
Yeah.
The name is great.
Yeah, well, that's actually named for an old MG. The MG made a car where the bodywork, the covering that's usually metal, was cloth. It was like a doped cloth, and it had speckles of paint on it. And they called it the Old Speckled.
And that's how they named the beer?
That's where the name of the beer
By the
came
way,
from.
this Smithwick's, this tastes to me like Liverpool. Like a rainy day in England.
It's the malt.
Yeah,
the malt is just beautiful.
I really like a malty beer.
Yeah.
And I really like it. And the Brits love this beer. These ESB, these bitters, these ales. It's big there. Define what that is, by the way.
Well, they drink a lot of lager there now, but the British beer culture is about ale, and they pay a lot more attention to the actual flavors from the yeast, and they use their own hops, and they're not floral German hops, they're not spicy, piney American hops. They're earthy, nutty British hops.
They drink a lot of it, and they throw a lot of it around. We're going to show you a video here. This is 2018. Britain scores the first goal on Croatia in a World Cup game. These are thousands of fans. They're watching outdoors on screens in London Hyde Park, and as soon as the ball hits the net, boom comes a celebration, a fog of beer. Flying into the air. Was estimated $10,000 worth of beer flew through the air in 30 seconds. Your
Happy
thoughts?
brewers.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Everybody ended up buying more.
Right.
The other thing is, internationally, beer companies sponsor soccer teams a lot. The name's right on the jersey.
Yeah, in a big way.
Let's show you a few. This is Newcastle Ale. For decades, they sponsored the team in Newcastle.
Yeah.
Not anymore. I'm not sure why. Liverpool FC is sponsored by Carlsberg, and has been doing so since 1992. That's the longest association. That's a sharp jersey. I would wear that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
jersey. And Perona has sponsored AS Roma. I want you to see this, Lou.
Very slick.
This scarf I'm wearing, I bought on my trip to Rome when I went to a soccer game.
You actually went to the game?
Oh my God!
Oh,
It's
I
like
thought you just liked the scarf.
oh no, thousands and thousands, but they go crazy. It's really.
And they're all wearing the scarf.
Well, some are wearing this.
That's
stuff.
gotta look great, though.
Anyway, so you and I have talked about British ales, ESBs, a lot over the years. I wanted to be a more popular style.
Oh, God, yeah.
What's holding it back?
Well, just recently, I took a trip down to Baltimore and stopped in a couple of towns along the way. Actually ran into 3 ESBs on tap in brew pubs in those cities.
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be starting to happen. There's
Really?
a trend back to traditional styles, and ESB is kind of slipping in. Now, we've talked about don't use the B word.
Yes.
Don't say bitter. I knew a
Yes.
brew pub brewer who split a batch of bitter, and one of them he put on as our best bitter, and the other he put on as amber.
And
Nobody touched the bitter, and they drank that out of the amber.
oh my goodness! All right.
Like,
Well, listen.
come on.
Come out to Bill's Best. Drink this English blonde because it's really good. This British ale, it's really great. We love it, and we love this style. All right, coming up, there's been a lot of news in the industry, some good, some bad, since we saw you last. We'll tell you all of that. We're at Bill's Best in Glenside. Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow. It's What's Brewing.
Parking is free!
Hey! $4! Yes!
With so many affordable things to do in Montgomery County, PA, go ahead. Free out.
Whether you're lounging at the beach, exploring the Swarthmore scene, or kicking back in our Linvilla beer garden, Ship Bottom Brewery brings the beach to you. We're thrilled to call LBI our home, where we've crafted award-winning beers perfect for our beloved locals, surfers, and seasonal beach visitors. Our refreshing brews are a year-round beach party, thriving in the summer heat and welcoming chilly winters with open arms. These island beers are perfect for every season and making every sip a mini vacation. Ship Bottom Brewery, where the sun-kissed season never ends and the ice-cold pours are an experience you'll savor long after you've left the island.
Hey, welcome back to What's Brewing with Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. We're at Bill's Best over here in Glenside. A stop along the Montgo Maker's Passport. Don't forget to download yours and check in before stopping by. It's on Keswick Ave, so you come here, you have a beer, then you go to the Keswick Theater. It's a good night. So I'm having a beer, Lou. It's called Sunshine, Lollipops, and Rainbows. Sing with me, Lou. Come on.
no.
Join with me, Lou. All right, well, it's their hazy IPAs. You can
Sure
see
is, yeah.
exactly what I like there.
Yeah.
How about you?
I have the Czech Pilsner, and
Oh, this
the
is
name
the
of
one.
which is escaping me. Damn,
Okay. What's the name?
Goldeneye.
Goldeneye.
How
There
could
you
I
go.
forget that?
Okay.
That's
there you go.
good.
Live TV. Nicely done. Since we saw you last, there's been a lot of news. Some of it good, some of it not. This one is not good. Flying Fish Brewing, really a long-time iconic mainstay
Yeah.
down in South Jersey. Done?
Up for auction, fingers crossed. But I mean, they're literally in the midst of a multiple day taking bids to see if the place survives or not.
Odds? I mean, well, let me put it this way. What went wrong? That was always a very popular brewery. What
Maybe
happened?
overextension.
Yeah.
And some of it is just, people want new stuff all the time. I mean, I've had Flying Fish beer recently, as good as ever.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Taste
not-
change and people go
Tastes
in and out.
change and people
Yeah.
move on.
And
Yeah.
New Jersey's tough. We'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know I'm asking you to put odds on something that you may not be comfortable, but chances they're going to survive, or
I would say under 1 in 3.
oh, that's a
I'm
shame.
afraid.
Never like to hear that.
Yeah.
All right, good news.
Yeah.
From Wallen Pop-Pack Brewing.
Our Poconos
Very-
friends.
Yeah, very respected. They got some big awards.
Yeah, I mean, we just sampled one of their award-winning, the Double Bock. They had won a medal at Great American Beer Festival last season. They just won 4 golds and a silver from
Wow.
World Beer Championships out in Chicago. I've tasted with those guys. I've judged with
You
them.
judge with World Beer?
I have, and it's not a joke. They're
know what
very
they're
serious.
doing.
Yeah, they're pros.
All right, well, good for Wall and Pop.
Yeah.
We got to get some of that. I don't know if I can get that down here. I got to look around for some of that.
Yeah, you can always go to the Poconos and get it.
I suppose I could. That's not a bad idea. Okay, in New Jersey, good news, New
Good
Jersey's
news.
gotten out of the 19th century a little bit.
Yes. You know, I kind of liked New Jersey's beer laws because it was good to know there was a state more backwards than Pennsylvania. But, I mean, the thing where you had to take a tour before you could have a beer at a brewery.
Right.
You weren't allowed to have food. They weren't even allowed to have menus for
Right.
food trucks.
Right. They
All
couldn't
that's-
show games on TV
all that's
and so on.
changed.
Right, okay.
So they don't have to do the tour. They can have
So maybe
snacks.
a snack?
Right, and then you
Good.
can order in.
All right, food truck and get food
unlimited
truck, yeah.
unlimited events. So you can have
Good.
trivia and bingo in the same week. You can have the game on.
That's good.
Yeah.
So this has been going on for a long time. And they're kind of, the whole liquor license thing in New Jersey is
And to be
switching.
fair, it's kind of hard for the tavern owners too. I mean, the tavern owners were mostly saying, you know, this is unfair competition to us. But for them, the number of licenses was severely limited, and it kept the price of a license high. And now they've released, I think, like 15% more licenses.
That's good.
So that's going to help
Good
them
news.
too.
And Governor Murphy was a big
Yeah.
push in that regard.
Yeah.
All right, finally, some openings and closings. Lancaster.
In Lancaster, our town brewery has opened, well, actually in Philadelphia, they opened a tap room in Philadelphia on Ridge Ave.
Okay, nice.
Also in Lancaster, Cartel Brewing and Blending have opened in the old Thirst space, which is just off Franklin Marshall campus, my alma mater.
There you go.
And Wissahickon has a new tap room opening later in spring in Old Kensington.
Nice. We
Yeah.
always like to hear good things about
Yeah.
people. We wish everybody well. We hate passing along the bad news. We toast everybody in the business. All right. We're at Bill's Best Barbecue in Glenside, where, by the way, barbecue, we're going to try this before we go,
yeah.
right? Okay, we're going to do it.
yeah.
Coming up, one of the goals of this show this season is to try a beer from all 50 states. We're going to start today with 4 far-away ones. We'll explain to you the whole thing when we get back. Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow on What's Brewing.
Hey Glenn, what brings you into our King of Prussia tap room today?
Well, Andrew, I'm meeting a few friends for a beer before our big event tonight. King of Prussia is the perfect location.
Yes indeed, Conshohocken Brewing's 4 spots are all great for any event. Big plans for tomorrow?
I'm going to enjoy happy hour at the Rec Room in Phoenixville before some rousing games of ping pong and shuffleboard with the family.
Well, you can't beat the Rec Room when it comes to food and fun for the whole family. How about this weekend?
Saturday, I'm riding my bike along the Schuylkill River Trail before stopping at Conchi Tap Room for some post-ride refreshments.
That's a great idea. Our original Conchi tap room at mile marker 12.5 is the go-to spot for locals, visitors, anybody looking to quench their thirst.
And I've got Sunday covered. We're going to enjoy lunch at Puddler's Kitchen and Tap in Bridgeport, then go outside for a few cold ones at the beer garden, then back in to enjoy the ball game.
What a week! Hitting all of Conshohocken Brewing's unique spots. I'll meet you there for a pint or two.
Cheers. Welcome back to What's Brewing with Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. This is our new season. We're delighted to be with you. Thank you so much to the audience for sticking with us. 9 seasons, 2 fat guys sitting around drinking beer. That's a concept. Anyway, we're here at Bill's Barbecue, or Bill's Best, and they do barbecue here in Glenside. And one of the things, our goal this year, we decided, because we need a goal, is to drink a beer from all 50 states during the season. We're going to start with far away today, Alaska, Hawaii, Washington, and Oregon. By the way, I do want to thank the great people at Lower Merion Beverage on Greenfield Avenue in Ardmore, Jim Martin, who's really helping set us up with this. And by the way, if you go there, he is going to have all the beers from all the 50 states. So you can do this along with us. Lou, we're going to start with Oregon, and we're going to rate every beer all during the season, what, 1 to 100?
Sure.
Okay. Very unscientific, by the way, and Lou will be here for most of them, but not all of them. And they're also different. We're going to do different styles, apples and oranges. Actually, this one's apricots.
apricots, right.
From Oregon. And this is a barrel-aged sour ale. Uh-oh. Aged on 2 pounds of fresh apricots per gallon of beer.
For 3 years.
For 3 years.
3 years.
All right. Well, you looks dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Okay, what do you say? 1 to 100.
I mean, we're judging each of
I'll
these
write these
beers
down.
for what it is.
Just what it right. Again, sometimes we're going to have the best beer in the state. Sometimes we're going to have what's available. We're just doing
yep.
not scientific.
87.
87. I go a 52. Don't like it. Anyway, by the way, Vine Pair, which is a website, does a lot of interesting things, did a data-driven study ranking the best states for beer lovers. So it was, number of breweries per 1,000 people and price of beer and
Taxes.
all those things.
Yep.
Top 5 beer states. Number 1, Alaska. No, that's a lie. Number 1, Vermont.
Okay.
Number 2, Colorado.
No worries.
Number 3, Oregon.
Sure.
I'm not judging by this swill. Number 4, California.
Sure.
Number 5, PA. We made it.
Yep.
Top 5.
Yep.
I like it. By the way, Delaware number 17, Jersey 36. Tell me.
Jersey's got some issues, man. It's got to work on that. I mean, the laws are going to help, but.
All right, we're going to go to Washington next. Washington State. This is out of Seattle. This is Meteor Shower Pale Lager by Ghostfish Brewing. You know anything about this,
It
Puppy?
is not just a pale lager, it's a gluten-free pale lager.
Is that right?
Made with millet, buckwheat, corn, and rice, and won a GABF silver.
Is gluten-free going to help, hurt, not affect the taste?
Okay, usually doesn't help. Got to be honest.
All right, well, here we go. This 50 state thing's not off to a rousing start, Lou. Hopefully there'll be some better ones. Miller Lite. There's nothing there. Oregon.
Kind of sweet.
I mean, Washington. You're supposed to be a great state. Go ahead. You go first.
Oh.
1 to 100.
Wow.
And by the way, 1 to 100, it's not like 80 is a B. It's like 50 is an average.
Oh, yeah. So 44.
44.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'll
Sorry.
go. No, I like your score. I'll go the same.
Yeah.
There's not much to that.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There ain't a lot right with it either.
No. All right. Let's go to the 49th state. I think. Was Hawaii
Nope.
the 49th or the
other way around?
No, we're doing Hawaii.
Yeah, we're doing 50.
Let's go to the 50th
Hawaii
state.
5-0. There you go.
This is Maui Brewing Coconut Highway. I don't know if it's Highway
don't know
or
if it's Highway,
Highway,
Hiwa, or whatever it
H-I-W-A,
is, but
Porter.
I
Again,
like this beer.
we're just trying all different styles, and our friends at Lower Memory and Beverage have made some recommendations. It's a robust dark ale with toasted coconut and hits of mocha.
I've had this before. I like this beer.
Yeah. You know anything more about it than what I said?
It's got coconut in it, and I don't even like coconut.
You don't like coconut?
No, don't.
Coconut cream pie?
Nope.
Oh, I love a coconut. Pina colada?
I can handle German chocolate cake and this.
No, that's not coconut.
I like
oh,
this.
German
Oh, yeah,
chocolate.
it's
It's coconut.
on
Yeah,
top.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. A lot of body, a lot of sweet and spicy. Come on, I'm in on
You
this.
getting that coconut?
I am.
A little bit there.
Actually,
right?
that's it. You know what?
That's pretty good, isn't
That's
it?
an early leader in the clubhouse. All right.
Heck
What do
yeah.
you say?
90.
90. All right. I go 85. I want to leave a little room on that side for we get to Vermont and
I don't want to penalize an early good beer.
Okay, I got it. But
Yep.
that's, you know what?
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
beer.
good.
All right, and finally today we will go to Alaska.
This one is crazy.
Yeah, I can't find it. Where's my Alaska beer?
That's it, right there.
Oh,
Isn't
there
it?
it is. I
Yeah.
already opened it. Hello. Anchorage Brewing Interstellar Void. Oh, you'll love this. It's a sour. It's a wild sour.
It is
That's
wild.
your
Okay,
jam.
let me read this stuff.
Yeah.
7%,
Okay.
fermented with a Saison yeast, Brettanomyces, and house mixed culture, aged in oak, and dry hopped with Galaxy and Phantasm hop dust, finished with passion fruit. I mean, how many different directions can you
Here's-
go?
Yeah, really. It's got a lot going on.
Definitely getting the passion fruit.
You know, first of all, I'm shocked that this is from Alaska.
Yes.
I would have expected
You would not think.
like a robust
Yeah.
porter, get you
Barley
through
wine.
the
Yeah.
it's 0 degrees outside.
Wow.
What are we drinking? But I will also say, as you know, I'm not the biggest fan of sours.
No.
Or last year we did these wilds. I kind of like this.
This brings things together, doesn't it?
That's Alaska. You came on strong. All right, what do you say?
I've got to go an 82 here.
All right, I'm going to go 83. I'm going to one-up you, my friend. I'm going to go 83.
Okay, so
All right.
what, we're batting 500 there?
So what did we learn today?
Not everything from Washington is great.
Yeah, how about that? And Alaska can surprise you.
Wow, yeah.
Anyway, we got a lot of episodes to go. We will be doing this every single week until we hit all 50 states. If you have any recommendations, by the way, let us know. You can reach the show at What's Brewing on Facebook, What's Brewing PA on Facebook and Twitter. I'm at Real Glen Macnow.
At Lew Bryson.
LEWBRYSON. All right, we'll be back. We'll talk to the owners of this fine establishment who you may have seen in other forms. We'll explain what's going on. We're at Bill's Best in Glenside. Lew Bryson, Glen Macnow. What's Brewing?
Hi, Mom. We're in Bucks County together, and it's exactly what we needed. I can't believe he pulled this off. A surprise getaway to a place that feels refreshing. And it was so easy to get here. We're doing all the things he had planned, and things he didn't plan. I'll tell you more about it when we get home. You and Dad need to come. You'd love it here.
Welcome back to What's Brewing. We're at Bill's Best in Glenside with Lew Bryson. I'm Glen Macnow. There's a lot going on that we got to cover here in the next few minutes. First of all, this is Jason Fahan, and Jason, this is beautiful. I
Thanks.
don't even want to drink it. It's so pretty. What is it?
It's a chocolate stout. It's got chocolate malt in it, along with some other specialty malts, a little bit of roasted barley to give it just a touch of roast, and then we age it on cacao nibs and vanilla beans.
Beautiful. What's Lew got there?
Lew is drinking Watcher of the Skies, which is an ESB.
Color.
Yeah, it's English beers. We brew a lot of them, and thankfully people in our neighborhood, they really like English beers, and so
I love that.
we brew a ton of them.
I love that. I mean,
Yeah,
we
it's
did the
pretty
whole
cool.
soccer thing today, the whole English thing. I love the whole vibe of that. What about you?
This is a saison called Half Day.
Ooh.
It's just just a really simple. Saisons I like because they should be basic to really allow the yeast strain to kind of come through. And we ferment. This one's fermented with Saison DuPont yeast.
Yeah.
There's a trick with it. We found it. This yeast, not to get too technical, tends to stall out when it's fermenting. So what we do is we add a little bit of another Saison yeast that allows it to still have that characteristic that we love from Saison DuPont. It allows it to dry out.
Classic
so
Belgian
here-
technique. Yeah.
So here's the other part of this today, which is you make your own barbecue sauce,
Yeah.
which you sell here, which Lew is about to eat.
Oh, I'm
You'll
on it.
see his endorsement of this with the pulled pork.
You just keep
So,
talking.
Explain the genesis of the barbecue sauce.
Well, my dad came up with a recipe at some point in the late 80s, early 90s. I was a kid, and he was a big-time outdoorsman, so he had to have his own sauce. And he would make it as Christmas gifts for people, friends and family, friends of the family. And so people loved it, and they would try to get on this list to get the sauce every Christmas. He even like, you'd be his favorite if you brought the jar back so he could reuse the jar. But he would talk about selling it when he retired, bottling it and selling it, and unfortunately he got a rare form of early onset dementia called frontotemporal degeneration when he was 50, and he wasn't able to fulfill that dream. So we decided, the saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, we make barbecue
sauce.
Yeah.
And you honor your dad, and that's your dad's
It
picture?
is, yeah.
That's a good-looking
Yeah.
boy back in the
Yeah.
day. All right. One of the things that we're doing, we're delighted to be back for a new season. We had so much fun with our photo contest last year, hosted a big party for all the winners at Ship Bottom in Swarthmore. We're going to do it again and have a big party. This year's party is going to be a Conshohocken Brewing Company. I'm paying for that. But every week we're going to ask you to submit photos. And this week, really odd one. I had not heard of this. This is a little video of a shoey. What is a shoey? By the way, this is Harry Styles celebrating his 2022 Grammy at an Australian concert, drinking beer out of a shoe. Enjoy this footage. Get the joke? A shoey is a popular thing in Australia where you celebrate success by drinking out of what brought you there, which is your shoes. So here's what we're asking. Send us a picture of you drinking beer out of something that's not a glass. A shoe is great, a boot, anything unusual. The best ones will show on the next episode, and you get to come to our year-end party. Send it to @Real Glen Macnow on Facebook or Twitter. Well, Glen Macnow on Facebook, @Real Glen Macnow on Twitter. Send it to Lew Bryson @Lew Bryson, LEWBRYSON, or @What's Brewing. All right, Jason, a couple other things I want to get into. First of all, you're a radio guy, WMMR.
Yep.
And you're a football guy, and it turns out that I have seen you and your pal, also named Glenn, many times over the years at the games.
Yeah.
Explain what's going on.
Well, yeah. We just have fun with it. We got season tickets a long time ago. Actually, through
You're the Zubaz brothers.
We're the Zubaz brothers. Of all places, my wife's father, my father-in-law, works with a guy from North Jersey, and he had season tickets at the time. And my wife comes to me one day and she goes, "Do you want Eagles season tickets?" I go, yeah. And that may have been like 15 years ago. We've been going ever since. And this Zubaz thing just kind of, I don't even know. It sort of just grew out of throwback.
And you guys are with the mullets, with the pants, with the whole thing. It's a great vibe.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it.
Lew, let's talk a little bit about the vibe here and what they're going for.
Well, I kind of like this is really old school brew pub. You know, we got concrete floor, we got pretty simple tables and chairs. We've got English style beers and Belgian style beers. You know, this is, you know, it's like it's basic, but it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And the music connection that you've got from radio, I mean, you've expanded, right? You've added some but you don't want to get fancier, do you?
Not really. We like this model of being, you know, it's like the corner neighborhood bar. We're the corner neighborhood brewery.
Yeah, you're just making your own beer.
Yeah, and it's about good beer, but it's also about a good atmosphere, fun vibes, just making a place for the neighborhood to come to on a Friday night, or, you know, just to come and relax. We're very family friendly. We got a lot of families here. The neighborhood's got a lot of young families. So we have a big beer garden that's fenced in. So we get the families come, the kids play, the adults hang out, drink a beer. We get food trucks. And really what we wanted when we opened was for the neighborhood to embrace us. We love the neighborhood. We need the neighborhood. But we like the vibe, too, of just a small place. And so we really cater to the people in the neighborhood as much as we can.
Love the vibe, love the beer. Hours?
We are open Wednesdays, which is new. We just started opening Wednesdays not too long ago. Wednesdays through Saturdays, 4 to 10, Sundays, 2 to 8.
Okay, and you are on Keswick Avenue. Easiest way to find you?
Basically right on the corner of Glenside and Keswick Avenue.
There you go.
Okay.
Hey, we've enjoyed our time here.
Thanks for being here.
Good stuff.
Yeah, cheers.
Hey, we'll see you next week on a new episode of What's Brewing.
What's Brewing is brought to you in part by Monco Maker's Passport. Download your free digital pass and sip your way through Montgomery County. By the Conshohocken Brewing Company, featuring 4 locations and available at beer retailers throughout the tri-state area. By Visit Bucks County. Travel the Bucks County Ale Trail. Get your passport at visitbuckscounty.com.
And Ship Bottom Brewery, brewed for the beach and everything else. Locations in Beach Haven, Swarthmore, and Atlan Villa Orchards.